The Museum of London wants to make Trump Baby Blimp part of its permanent collection.
Here's a summary of the article.
A 20-foot inflatable Trump Baby Blimp set to fly over London during President Donald Trump's state visit to Britain could soon earn a spot in the Museum of London's permanent collection to mark a controversial moment in history, museum officials say. The Trump Baby balloon, which depicts the president as an angry smartphone-wielding infant, was initially created last summer to protest Trump's July visit to Britain after a crowdfunding campaign to fund the project blew up online, attracting more than £28,500 in donations. On Tuesday, nearly a year later, Trump Baby is set to fly once again, with protesters planning to raise the 20-foot balloon over Parliament Square for 2 hours, during a planned meeting between the US leader and Britain's outgoing Prime Minister, Theresa May. With the blimp encapsulating a controversial moment in history, Museum of London director Sharon Ament told Newsweek that she hopes to see the 20-foot blimp become a permanent part of the museum's protest collection, along with a balloon that was made in the likeness of London Mayor Sadiq Khan, after his office approved plans to fly the Trump Baby blimp over the city. "We have thousands of objects from all sorts of protests that have happened in London, and this one is very interesting for us at this moment in time," Ament said of the Trump Baby blimp. The Museum of London director said that strong dialogue is already underway with Trump Baby's creators, with Ament asserting that it will be up to them when they decide that the object is ready to be given to us. While a deal has yet to be struck between the museum and Trump Baby creators, who have not immediately responded to a request for comment from Newsweek, Ament said she already has an idea of how the blimp would be put on display. The state visit has been timed to coincide with the 75th anniversary of the D-Day landings, with both Trump and First Lady Melania Trump expected to attend a special ceremony marking the occasion on Wednesday.
This post received a score of 43,973, with an upvote ratio of 75%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It's not a fucking blimp.
All the photos intentionally edit it to make it look huge, it's the size of an inflatable yard Santa.
One of the larger ones, at least. That Warhammer statue was a much better effort.
What now?
Here you go.
Ha, can we just not be political for a second and appreciate that is oddly pretty cool. Very RATBGE for sure.
Yeah, it's strangely overwhelming, that thing's huge.
TD was absolutely losing its shit over this statue, and I can understand why. They always joke about Trump being the God Emperor of mankind, and seeing an enormous statue bringing the meme to life is a beautiful sight to see.
Oh yeah, I can imagine they love it if even I do. I can picture this Titan Trump guarding the wall for generations to come.
Ironically, this blimp could fit in a small museum room. Or closet.
As a Brit, I can tell you this was the biggest anti-climax in a while, nobody even cared.
Till Reddit upvotes doesn't apply to the real world.
I refuse to believe that this is true. Edit, honestly shocked I needed to add this, but
Every candidate Reddit has backed has lost the election. Only after Obama was already in office did Reddit finally win with their candidate, which is easy to do with an incumbent. This goes for every trend. Reddit doesn't come close to the general feelings of most Americans.
You're thinking of Reddit as a single entity. Things were not all exactly pro-Dem here in 2016, even past the obvious bots, both the Russians and the correct the record ones. It's an online community of a lot of varying views. Half of the presidential candidates that politics have backed have lost, if that's what you mean, primarily since there's only been 2 elections.
You're thinking of Reddit as a diverse bunch of people and not a politically homogeneous groupthink where different views are only tolerated in offshoot groups. Reddit heavily encourages echo chambers by its nature. People who aren't left-leaning politics, see that it's full of people who disagree and most of the time are hostile to them, so they go to a right-leaning subreddit, and vice versa. It spirals until you have politics and _Donald. 2 different subs that show their own version of reality, with each being unbelievably vitriolic to each other.
The funniest part is one clearly lists their support for Trump, the other is politics.
Because there are simply more liberal-minded people on Reddit, so they manage to overwhelm the mainstream subreddit. Politics could be named Anti-Donald or Warren 2020 with these mods, with no major change.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.